Всем привет! Всем привет! Так, мы в прямом эфире. Посмотрим, как меня видно и слышно. Так, видно и слышно. Да, звук есть, отлично. Хорошо. So for those of you who were here about 20 minutes ago, it was pretty it was a great time, I guess. I think you enjoyed it a lot because I don't know why, but YouTube decided to start live broadcasting before I was ready. So usually I set everything up and then I go live. But yeah, this time was before that, and it was interesting, I guess. So let's see. Um, let's see who is here. Let me see if anyone here on Instagram has information that I'm live. Yes. Okay, great. So I can wait for some of you who is going to join me today. But yeah, most likely we will not have too many people today because I had, I think, like maybe three times when I was trying to go live. Okay, that's fine, that happens. Okay, great. So anyway, for probably all of you who are going to watch a replay, thank you so much for taking the time, and thank you for being with me today. My name is Elena Jung, and I'm a language coach, and I help high achievers build confidence in speaking Russian and succeed in life. And Mindset Monday is a series of live videos where we talk all about behind the scenes of Russian learning and Russian speaking. We talk about our mindset, about our wins, obstacles, fears, and successes, best practices, and how we can improve, how we can make them better, at least a little bit, every single day. And today is episode number 20. Oh my gosh, every time when I say another number, I'm like, oh, I just can't believe it. It's amazing. Guys, thank you so much. You know how much I appreciate you. But I'm going to say it again. Thank you so much for being here. So I see that yeah, live chat is empty. So yeah, so just one person is watching. That's great. Okay, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. Okay, so today's episode is going to be about a very interesting topic. It happened that last week I heard from a few students, from some of you, who were concerned about this topic. So sometimes it happens that we feel quite lonely in our journey of language learning. And of course, the Russian language is not the most popular language to learn in the world. And it's very normal to sometimes to feel lonely when we learn Russian. Sometimes we live in an English-speaking country where probably Russian is, again, not the most popular language to learn. And it's very hard sometimes to explain others why you learn Russian. People ask you questions. Why is it Russian? Why didn't you want to learn Spanish or French or German or any other language in the world? Why Russian? And sometimes it's really hard to even explain this to your own family. Sometimes we don't have that support from our loved ones, from our close friends, from our families. They just don't understand that interest. What can we do about it? Of course, we have options, of course. And here every week, we make the time to discuss interesting and important topics and find the solutions. We're not just talking about it, we're here to take action. And I know exactly how it feels to feel lonely, to feel like you're just alone in this journey, and no one ever is going to support you. Sometimes it can be frustrating, it can be hard. So what can we do about this? How can we help ourselves, first of all, to feel better, to feel great about our learning, and not to, slip into that mode where we don't appreciate our efforts anymore, because we feel like, okay, what's the point? No one likes it, just me. We can feel isolated, but we don't want this. We want to enjoy it, and we want others around us to enjoy it as well. So first of all, what we can do, we need to communicate to the others, to our loved ones, to your significant one, to your family or your friends. Why is that you learn Russian? You have to communicate clearly your goals, your reasons. If these are your close friends, if these are the people who you trust, you can do that openly, and you can just share your goals and reasons. And the thing here is that when you want to do that, when you want to share it with others, you have to be clear with that yourself, right? If you don't really know the reason, if you don't know your goals, it's never going to happen that they are going to appreciate your interest. Because if you don't know why you do that, how can they appreciate what doesn't exist? So when you communicate it clearly, you share with them exact benefits. What is going to happen in the end of the day? What is going to happen today, or in a week, in a month, in a year? What it means to you, how you feel about your learning, about your progress, about your reasons, once again. So number one is to communicate your just the details about your journey clearly. Number two is to find an offline or an online community of people. It has to be a safe place for you, where you can share your struggles, obstacles, and wins again in your learning. I know that sometimes it's really hard to find an offline, a real community. If you don't have meetups in your city where you live, you can find an online community. But please be careful. The bigger the community is, the harder it is for you to find someone who you are going to share anything you want about Russian easily and openly. So my point is to find a community, at least of just a few people, where you share maybe similar goals, maybe similar reasons why you learn Russian, and just stick with these people. Just stick with them. You don't need a lot of people to to appreciate that you are learning Russian, to appreciate your efforts or progress. It's enough. If it's just one person, it's great. If it's two, three, four, five, it's absolutely amazing. And they exist. These communities, they exist. And what's important here? Don't think that any group of people, any group of learners is your happy place to be. Just take your time, be patient, and just observe for some time. You need to know, maybe there are some rules of the community, how they gather, what they discuss. You need to know how you can contribute, how you can exchange your experience with people. And you have to be very clear about it from the very beginning. Otherwise, it's so easy to get frustrated and feel like, oh, it's been a waste of time. So number 3, be an accountability partner and find one. What does it mean? You can find a person who learns Russian as well, or learns another language, and you can become accountability partners. You have your goals, for example, for the next 30 days or 90 days, and you break them down, those goals, and you have your little goals for every week, for example. And every week, for example, once a week, you catch up with your accountability partner and you report to each other your progress. And if you haven't done something that you planned to do, you need to understand why. And you need to communicate it to your accountability partner clearly. So I haven't done this because of da 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 da, and I'm going to do it during the next week or during the next 2 weeks, and I'm going to do it this way because I think that this was the problem. If you cannot define the problem yourself, you can ask for help. Your accountability partner can help you. Maybe she or he had a similar experience before. So for example, you wanted to find a teacher, or you wanted to complete a certain task, or I don't know, a chapter in a book, but you couldn't for some reason. And you have to be clear about why you haven't done that. And of course, these are not the problems that appear first time in this universe. There are so many people who learn languages and they could face similar problems before. So the only thing is just to ask. If you never ask, you don't get an answer. So it was number 3. Number 4, track your success. Every time when you feel lonely, if you don't track your success, if you don't track your progress, it's just so easy, you know, we all forget to acknowledge ourselves and our efforts. And if we don't track our success, if we don't know about our progress, we cannot help ourselves, because, you know, in those days of doubts and frustration, we cannot just come up with this great information. Oh, actually, I was very good last month when I talked with a native for the first time, and I was really active and natural, and I felt great. Maybe it's not going to come up in your mind just so easily. Track your success. Do journaling. Note and acknowledge what you have done, where you are now. Without it, it's just so easy to stay in that utopian mode and never move anywhere. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 5. Number 5 is, this is very interesting. I noticed that a lot of learners prefer to stay close, to stay They are not ready to unlock. They are not ready to unlock to themselves and their journey to other people. What I see on Instagram, for example, very often, people have private accounts. It's understandable, of course. But if you feel lonely, you will not be able to attract the right people to your life, to your account, if your account is private, if it's locked. When you unlock your account and you show people, you share openly your journey, you will be able to attract beautiful, amazing, like-minded people to your life, and you can create your own community with them. And it's so easy to exchange your experience. It's so easy to ask questions when you are open to that. So you cannot expect from others to be open if you are not. And trust me, I had private accounts before. And this is that feeling like, oh my gosh, no one is going to appreciate that I learned Russian. It's something to hide for some people. It's true. For some people, it's something they don't want to share with others. And they feel lonely. Of course they do, because they are not trying to open up to others. So be the first one to open up, and then it will be much easier for you to attract the right like-minded people to your life who you are going to appreciate and love Russian even more. Because there are people who love Russian as much as you do. And it's so easy to get connected with them. Just be open to this. Receive that beautiful opportunity to be online, to be on social media, and just stop hiding in your shell. You don't need it anymore. You can use it sometimes, yeah, if you need it, but maximum for 10 minutes, okay? And then you come out and share again, because there are people who maybe you can help with your progress. Maybe there are people who are just starting off and they need your help, and you are going to be that inspiration source for them. It's amazing. It's just such a beautiful opportunity for each and every of us. So next, number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? So let's recap quickly. Communicate clearly your goals or your journey or your details with others. Number 2 is to find a community which is going to be a safe place for you to share, to ask questions, to get feedback. Number 3, find an accountability partner and be one. Number 4 is track your success. Number 5 is share your success openly. Number 6 is going to be this one. Show others what's possible. There are people who are very skeptical about the Russian language. And they ask questions like, why do they need it? It's so weird. Yeah, we all know these people. Maybe some of them have to deal with them from time to time. That's okay. That's their problem. That's their problem, how they feel about Russian. That's fine. But the thing is that there are people who feel about Russian the same way as you do. And you can show them what's possible. Because this is not the hardest language in the world to learn. You can you can lead by example. You can be an example for those people. And it's so easy. You just need to stay open and to stay open to share, be open-minded. And you know what? You need to stop being selfish, because there are people who need your help, who want to be where you are now. How can they get there without your support? And please don't think that, oh, there are so many people to connect with, they don't need me. Yes, they do. Yes, there are, quite a few resources online where you can get connected, when you can find a language exchange partner, or a community, or an online course where you can get connected with others. But please don't think they don't need you. They do, because this is you. And it's so easy and it's so selfish just to think that you're the only one who needs that. No, you're not. There are so many people who are going to appreciate you the way you are, the way you learn, your best practices, your success. And they want to ask you questions. Just let them do this. So lead by example and show them what's possible. That was number 6. Number 7, create your own community. So after all this is absolutely possible. And as I always say, if you cannot find the right source, if you cannot find the right people, if you feel like you are alone, no one understands you, no one wants to help you, be the one who starts that community. Be the source. You don't have to look for it all the time. You don't have to struggle. Just be the one. Be that lighthouse who is going to just shine around and help people to get attracted to you so easily. You can feel that probably in all these steps, it's all about the same. You are perfect, you are the source, and you can attract the right people to your life and to your Russian language journey easily. You need to stay open. You need to be ready to share with others, and you need to be open to get feedback and maybe adjust things. That's how we roll in life. That's how we don't have expectations. We have intentions, and it's better to have the right ones, right? So let me see if there is anyone there who has any questions. So I can see that, yes. Oh, guys, that's amazing. Hello, Chris. Здравствуйте, Елена, Орел из Польши. Здравствуйте. Она русская. That was Ilem Cheshmasi. I'm sorry if I pronounce it wrong. Я наполовину русская, да, и я родилась в Москве. Если у вас есть еще какие-то вопросы, я с удовольствием отвечу. Привет, Елена, привет, привет, здравствуйте. Здравствуйте, как дела, Елена, как семья и Москва? Счастливое начало недели. Jose Hurtado. Jose, thank you so much. You always ask me questions in Russian. Of course, I respond in Russian. Хосе, спасибо большое. Здравствуйте. И все в порядке, семья отлично. И да, отличной недели, отличного начала и продолжения. Oh, and I can see right after that, Jose commented in English the same thing. Junko Excel. There are a lot of Discord communities who help people learning Russian. You just have to look. Oh, this is so true. Also, NASA. Why no Gagarin short? Junko, I just don't have one. That's it. I was in the States just a month ago, and I just had this one, and I like how it looks. It's just great. I just like this NASA thing. So I will try to find the Gagarin one. I will. I promise. You can send me a link if you know where I can get one. I appreciate it. Jose, what you cannot measure, you cannot see the advances. This is so true. Thunderstorm, привет, привет, привет. Jose, привет. Okay, 10 minutes max. Okay, what was that? Well, I like the German and the Russian language, and I'm African, so this is great. Yeah, I'm Russian, German, and Africans. And I think, Donder, if it was you who commented before on one of the, I think it was a hotel video, that some of Russian words are very similar to Africans, and they mean the same. This is amazing. I had no idea. This is just so interesting. Sean, you write on this. Yes, Sean, I know. Sean, I know that I was thinking of you when I was thinking about the topic for this episode, and I was thinking that maybe you could relate to that. So thank you so much for showing up and sharing it. So you will find some great Discord service to help you with learning Russian. NASA looks great on you too. Thanks for the helpful stream. Of course, Jonko, thank you. Jose, спасибо большое. You said we can only be in our shell for 10 minutes, then we have to come back out. Okay, I got it. Yeah. Sorry, I was not reading the comments while I was talking, so yeah, I didn't get it first. Yes, exactly. Just 10 minutes maximum. 10 minutes. Not a day, not a day. 10 minutes a week. Just find the day's schedule on your phone. Just have it on your calendar. 10 minutes being in a shell. That's it. Set a reminder. You can go in, and then just don't forget to come out in 10 minutes. That's it. It's going to be your shell meditation. No more. That's it. Let me know how it works for you. Yes, it was me. Okay. Oh yeah, daughter. Okay, thank you so much for sharing. That's amazing. Jadid was a Gary's Ja. I don't know what your, yeah, I don't know what it means. You can let me know. Okay, guys. So in terms of progress, I'm going to share with you a link to a helpful material where you can track your progress with your learning activities. I'm going to add it to a you will find it in the description box below this video, and let me know how it works for you. It's all about tracking, it's all about progress, and it's all about feeling great about your learning. So again, thank you so much for being with me here today, and I appreciate you, and have a beautiful week ahead. And I can't wait to hear from you. I can't wait to see you next week. So thank you so much. Вы лучшие. Отличной недели, прекрасного настроения, чудесных, волшебных выходных. И спасибо, что были со мной сегодня. Скоро увидимся. Пока.